many months are there in a year? 12. Exactly. How many weeks are there in a year? 52. Good. However, 12 months, well, 12 times 4 is 48. And 52 minus 4 is 48. Doesn't take a genius to work out we've got 4 extra weeks. And what do 4 weeks make? A month. There are actually 13 months in a year. We are being paid for 12 months' work, and we are doing 13 months' work a year.
All right, so someone asked if I could talk about the actual calendar and the real new year. So first, I'm going to start off by telling y'all that there are actually 13 months. And if you pay attention, all of it makes sense. Remember how I told y'all that us and nature are connected? We're all connected. This is what I mean by that. So actually listen to what I'm about to say. The moon cycles every 28 days. And if you pay attention, when a woman is pregnant, they only count her pregnancy every 28 days. And they count by 4 weeks. 4 weeks in this month, 4 weeks in that month. And that's why when you count the weeks, it go by 7, 14, 21, 28. And the reason why I say we actually have 13 months is because if we have 13 months instead of 12, each month will have 28 days. So not only do the moon have a 28-day cycle, but don't us women have a 28-day cycle when it comes to our period? Not only that, God calls the moon a her. So the moon itself is represented as a female. So you got the women's menstrual cycle that's every 28 days, just like the moon cycle is every 28 days. So the moon is represented as a she, and it has a 28-day cycle, just like us, females, we have a 28-day cycle. Keep up, I'm trying to show you how we connected to nature. The only month that's actually truthful that we go by is February. That's the only month that actually has 28 days. All those other months, if all those months go to 28 days instead, it will make an extra month that will also have 28 days. So we will have 13 months that all have 28 days, which is actually for the missing month that we are supposed to have. April 1st, which is April Fool's, is symbolic to them fooling you into thinking that January 1st is the actual new year. But like I told y'all, we are connected to nature. Nature shows us that the real new year is in spring. Nature shows us that the real new year is when the earth starts to come alive again. The trees, the grass, and the flowers begin to blossom and grow back. Our energy is connected to nature. Our energy actually begins to shift with nature also. The new year is actually based off the seasons. And spring is the new season. January is not the new year. This is all some fake stuff that's going on, and they got y'all programmed. Like for real, how could January be the new year and it ain't representing no change? No new life, no growth. We are connected to nature. No matter what y'all try to lie about, what lies they put into y'all, or what y'all don't want to believe in, no matter what you want to believe in, we connected to nature regardless of what y'all say. God created us, God created nature. We are supposed to align with each other. 13 months instead of 12 will be exactly 28 days in each month. The first will always be a Monday, and the 28th will always be a Sunday. Every month will have exactly 4 weeks, and we will properly align ourselves with the moon cycle. Moon cycle, 28 days. Menstrual cycle, 28 days. Days of the month, 28 days.
Did you know that April Fool's is actually our real New Year's? In case you're new here, there are actually 13 months in a year, with each month consisting of 28 days. The calendar we use today has, for some reason, been altered to create these uneven months, and has completely thrown us out of rhythm. Before our new calendar, we would follow the 28-day moon cycle. Just think about it. It makes perfect sense. If every month had 28 days, the month would always start on a Monday and end on a Sunday. You can't tell me that doesn't make more sense than it beginning and ending on a random day. Even when we look at the meanings of the names of each month, they tell us how wrong the current calendar is. April 1st or April Fools is actually symbolic to us, being fooled into thinking that January 1st is really the new year. We are connected to nature in more ways than you can believe, and when we follow nature, it shows us that the real new year is in spring. What's significant about spring? Well, it's when the earth comes alive again. The flowers, the trees, and even the grass begin to blossom and grow back. It's a sign of a reset. So why have we been told otherwise? Well, that's for you to decipher.
Imagine a world where the calendar makes perfect sense. 13 months, each exactly 28 days, totaling 364 days. Simple, elegant, and aligned with nature's cycles. Each month begins on the same day of the week, creating a harmonious rhythm. But why do we follow a 12-month system full of mismatched days? Some believe the 13-month calendar was deliberately suppressed, possibly due to its connections to lunar cycles and ancient traditions. The moon completes its phases every 28 days, meaning this system mirrors nature more accurately. This forgotten structure even allows a single day out of time to round out the 365th day, a moment of reflection, celebration, and unity. And then there's Ophiuchus, the so-called hidden 13th zodiac sign. Nestled between Scorpio and Sagittarius, this constellation has long been left out of traditional astrology. Some argue its exclusion was no coincidence. Could acknowledging a 13th sign and a 13th month disrupt ancient power structures? Or was it erased to maintain the convenience of the 12-month calendar? The idea of 13 months challenges everything we take for granted about time, the zodiac, and our connection to the cosmos. Could adopting this ancient system bring us closer to a natural order?
A lot of symbolism behind the number 13 that people tend to overlook. For starters, you have 13 full moons within a year. There's 13 menstrual cycles that women go through. The moon itself moves 13 degrees across the sky every single day. There's 13 planets within our solar system, and there's 13 weeks within every single season. Even in the zodiacs, there's 12 signs plus the sun, that equals 13. Even with the Last Supper, you had 12 disciples plus Jesus, that equals 13. Even with the court of law, you have 12 jurors plus a judge, that equals 13. And even with the Federal Reserve, which was founded in 1913, there's 12 regional banks plus the one in DC, that equals 13. There's 13 original colonies that founded America. There's 13 stripes on the American flag. There's 13 major muscle groups within the human body. There's 13 circles within Metatron's cube. There's the fact that teenagers become teenagers at the age of 13. There's usually 13 witches inside of covens, and the ancient Mayans used to have 13 months on their calendar. So with this, I mean to show you the synchronicity, the precision, and the calculation behind everything. Nothing's by chance, nothing's by coincidence. And shout out to GG33, because now we know that 13 is a number of the matrix, so every time that you see it, you'll just think to yourself, damn, this really is a virtual reality. And when I see that number, it's kind of like the mascot showing itself and communicating that we live in a virtual reality.
None of the buildings that I ever go to have a 13th floor. Why is that? I'm pretty sure y'all can tell me why.
But tell me why none of the buildings have a 13th floor.
The poor and the underclass are growing. Racial justice and human rights are non-existent. They have created a repressive society, and we are their unwitting accomplices. Their intention to rule rests with the annihilation of consciousness. We have been lulled into a trance. They have made us indifferent to ourselves, to others. We are focused only on our own gain. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered. That is their primary method of survival. Keep us asleep, keep us selfish, keep us sedated.
They're pulling the water out of the sand like sponges.
Blow it out your ass.